Hi guys, this is HeyJay Stylexio and welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and please share this video. But wait, what video are you sharing? Today we'll be learning how to make our flounce. So for those who don't know how to make flounce, I'll be showing you pictures of flounce where you apply flounce. But you'll be seeing them mostly in your dinner gowns and then party wears and all of that, prom dresses, showy dresses, traditional wears and all of that. We're seeing your flounce that is used to design. Most times the flounce is either made of any fabric goes for it anyway. You can use your lace, you can use your polo material, you can use your satin, either have the type of satin, any fabric goes for flounce. So and flounce can be padded with your gum stain, that is your feasible pad, or you could just use it like that, or you can even add crinoline in your flounce, so you could do whatever effect you want for your flounce. But the basic thing is how to make flounce. So if you know anyone who is asking questions like how do I make flounce, how do I achieve this, you see it on the style and you want to know how to achieve it, just share this video with them. So you want to know how to make flounce, watch this video to the end.
But basically this is what a flounce looks like. You can see the wavy nature of it. So this is a flounce.
For your flounce, whether you're using a fabric or a pattern paper to practice, make sure you take the midpoint, the middle of the pattern or the fabric. Then from there you can trace out your flounce and then draw everything out. So your flounce totally depends on the wideness you want. You can go as small as 2 inch or as much as 4 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, 10 inches. The wider the flounce, the more fabric you're using. So I want to start with 4 inches. So I'll just rule an imaginary line like this and then cross it back like this. So this might not be a perfect 90 degree, but this is just the starting point. So on each of this line, I'll use my tape rule. I'll place any measurement I want. So if I say I want to do 3 inches, let's do 3 inches. You just mark it from this starting point. This cardinal point now is our starting point for our tape. Just place it. This is 3 inches. Start taking your tape around 3 inches. You just mark it around. Mark the points as close as possible so that when you're drawing your circle for the flounce, it will be easy to connect and get a perfect circle. Make sure the tip of the tape is on the midpoint of your cross. Then adjust the tape using that same measurement. Now we did 3 inches, so we're doing 3 inches round. So you can do 2 inches, you can do 4 inches, you can do 5, you can do 10, you can, whatever you're doing is your choice. But the more inches, the more fabric or the more paper you'll be using. Imagine I'm starting with 10 inches. This is where my 10 inches will be starting. So you see this paper is gone already. So that's what I mean by it. So now I've drawn points representing the 3 inches. So I'll just connect it to form a circle. So now my circle is easier because of the points. So this is my circle. Each of them, the distance from here to each of the circle is 3 inches. So the next thing I'll do is I'll start from any part of the circle and continue with my 3 inches or my 4 inches. So let me still continue with 3 inches. 3. Can continue with 3 inches. But this time now it's not starting from here, starting from the last line on the circle. So this is what I will do all through. Just watch. So in case you're doing it on fabric, you just place your fabric like this and place your lining underneath the main fabric. So by the time after marking, when you're cutting the flounce, the scissors will go through the fabric and the normal your main fabric for your dress and your lining. So you don't need to do a separate flounce for the lining, a separate flounce for the fabric, and then you say, oh, both of them, they don't correspond or whatever. So I'll join this circle together now. So I'll go like this. Then I will start this my circle, because if I just do it like this, just the normal round circle, and I want my circle to have a starting point. So I will take from one end, connect it to this circle. So I can choose from here, I can choose to start from here, I can choose to start from here, I can choose to start even from in between. So I want to start from this line here. I just connect it like this. There's no special measurements. Connect it like this. So like this line now, this line, let's assume it's still extended downward. So I'll just say, okay, let me just draw this circle, this part like this down here. So now this is my new line. This is my new line now. So now this part now is no longer useful. My flounce came like this now. So now I'm starting my, I know we said 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches round. But by the time we came back and took a curve from here down to this point here. So it's this curved line now that will not serve as our circle line when we're taking our measurement. So by the time I want to continue now, I will not continue from here. I'll continue from this line. I'll mark my 3 inches. This is 3 inches now. So I'll start marking from this new line, 3 inches. 3 inches. So it's no longer a circle. So it's not coming like this. So I just keep marking now. So now it's continuous. This line cannot close again. It will continue as long as the paper or the fabric is there. It will continue. It's non-stop. I said you can use any inch of your choice, any wideness of your choice. I just chose 3 inches. So I just want you to watch closely. I'm close to this point now. You see it. So you see, so now let me draw this first circle. We'll continue this circle. Okay, so you see now it's continuous, it's no longer closed. So I'm here now. I'm not starting from this inner one now. I told you this inner one is of no use again. It's this new curve. So it's still from this one now. I'll mark my 3 inches. Just like that. And the circle goes as long as the fabric is there. So this is it. So since the paper will not go, I can stop it like this. I can choose to stop it inward. I can choose to stop it straight like this, just straight like this. I can decide to give it a style, do it like this down here. I can give it a style, take it inward to close it. So whatever way. So let's take this straight line. So this is it. So another thing is to know the length of flounce you want. You can put your tape on the place you want to place your flounce. Take the length, measure it, and then start measuring the circle round to know where this flounce can fit in. So you just place your tape in the circle and then take it round. Just follow the circle round to know how many inches, to know whatever length of flounce you'll be making. So I'll just cut this out and then you see what it looks like after cutting. So I said you could do it out, you could do it inward, you could do it straight, but we're taking the straight line. Okay, just in case you're doing it out, you just cut it like this and then you start following it around. But we're using straight, so cut it like, so let's just use that outward. So start cutting from the last line, we take it around. So you have to be careful. So in case you add it, maybe you're doing it directly on your fabric, but our advice when you want to do this, practice it on paper like this. When you're sure you've gotten what you want, then you can do it on fabric. So in case you're doing it on fabric and you want to line in your flounce, just place the main fabric like this, and then place the lining beneath the main fabric. Then just do your drawings on top with your tailor's chalk or your normal chalk or your fabric pen. Then you make sure you pin the lining with the fabric together, so that when you're cutting, the lining will not be displaced from the arrangement. So just cut it around. I want you to watch me as I cut. Don't say it's boring, so that you understand the cutting process. I wanted to turn the paper, but if I turn the paper, you might get confused what I did. So, well, I'm struggling to cut it like this. So don't mind me leaving the wheel line now. I just want you to see from whatever view you're watching this. I just want you to see from that same view the outcome after I cut it. So please, like I said, I have to switch to left hand. Wow. If I turn it, you might not understand the whole cutting. So wow, I didn't know I can use my left hand like this. Okay, good. So this is out, and this is my flounce now. So I'll be cutting this now. So we said we want to use this. If you don't want to use this, you can just cut this out, meaning that you have cut this out with the first one. And then so now we're cutting the flounce. You see the beautiful flounce shape. So like I said, if you're doing it on fabric, just pin your lining to it. So as I'm cutting, this part is out now, you'll be seeing the lining at the back also flowing like that. Then you just join the edge of your fabric and the edge of your lining like this together to get a perfect finishing. And this pattern, this joining with lining, is mostly for those who want to pad their flounce for a standing effect, or don't want to add crinoline for a very wavy effect, or whichever the case may be. Okay, let me just turn it. Am I permitted to turn? Okay, let me manage. Okay, don't forget, this line is no longer of use. Is this curved line now? This new curved line we created the other time, we'll be using. Okay, so you see, when I go to this point now, I have to cut the circle. And just cut this out like this. So you can see that this middle circle is of no use. It's just a guide to get your flounce. So this is out. So this is my flounce. You can see the wavy effect. So by the time you put this on your fabric, on your dress, your dinner gown, you see the wavy effect. So this is the flounce. You can add your crinoline to this. You can pad it with your pad. So the wavy effect shows now. You know, this part now will be added to the bodice. This mouth now, this is the mouth, the part that was the circle. So by the time you put it straight, let me just place it straight here. You see how wavy it is, because when you're sewing it on your fabric, you're sewing it straight. So you're seeing it, see the wavy effect. So this is the way to be standing on your dress. Be like, this gown, why this thing that is standing, waving like this? How is it achieved? This is just basically it. Even though you do this on fabric, this is not because it's paper. Even though it's on fabric, no matter how light the fabric is, it will still stand like this, because you're cutting it. You're not cutting it straight now. You're cutting it at 360 degrees, so it will definitely wave. So this is basically how to make your flounce. So if you enjoyed this video, please share the video with your loved ones, and if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. I'll answer you. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.